output. Okay, and in order to make the inputs to get converted into output, we need many things. I hope you are following me. Let me repeat that sentence. In order to convert the input, probably raw materials, into the output, example product, we need many things. We need people, right? We need equipment, we need the space, that is environment, and we need some methods, and we also need some materials, right? Let me go again. That is, in order to convert the input into the output, that means to convert the raw materials into finished product, one requires the following things. What are those? It requires people, it requires equipment, that is machinery, it requires a space, some kind of a shop floor, and it requires a method, what method we are going to adopt to convert the raw material into the finished product, and finally it requires materials also. Okay, so to define this process, we say that it is interaction between people, equipment, environment, method, and materials, right? That is what given in the definition. Interaction of some combination of people, materials, equipment, method. Why that interaction of some combination of people, material, equipment is required? To produce an outcome. Okay, interaction between people, equipment, environment, method, materials to produce an outcome is called as a process. If there is no outcome, there is no, we suppose not to call that as a process. Only if there is an output, then we can call it as a process. And you must observe here that the input may be again raw materials, it may be finance, it may be the data or information required, right? All this can form the input. That is, you can see, you can also zoom in and zoom out on your screen. It is possible, I think, to see, to make it clearly visible. And the outputs can be, the outputs could be product, the outputs could be a service to particular person, or the output could be giving some information to a particular system. Okay, and these outputs are known as the outcomes. And now there is a feedback between the process and the outcomes. If the outcome is not desirable, then there should be some feedback from outcome to the process, so that equipment can be changed, people can be changed, method or materials can be changed, so that desired output can be achieved next time, right? So there always a feedback present between the outcome and the process, in order to let know the people that the outcome is not desirable, or the outcome is not that okay. There need to be some improvement in the particular things. All those things are going to be let the people know through a system called as the feedback, and that is always there present between the process and the outcomes. You probably have understood what do you mean by process here. Okay, a process is a combination, interaction of combination between the people, equipment, environment, methods, materials to produce an outcome. Okay, with this an example, if I want to give you, preparation of breakfast is a process. Breakfast is a process we can consider. It requires so many inputs, ingredients, and we may prepare a breakfast, probably egg omelette, or bread toast, or onion rice, anything like lemon rice, anything that could be for that matter. Okay, you can consider anything as a process. That is, I told you very simple example of the process, that is breakfast. It requires many ingredients as input. Okay, and we finally produce something like, as I told you, lemon rice, idli, puri, chitran, anything that could be for that matter as example. So breakfast is a example of a process which has both input as well as the output. If the taste is not that good, it will come as a feedback to the person who has prepared the breakfast. Okay, that is the feedback system. Now we will move on to the next thing. Yeah, a process is always need to be improved, and there are 5 ways to improve a particular process, and those 5 ways of improvement are being mentioned here. First one is being reduce the resource input. Very good it is actually. The resource input must be reduced, reduce the errors. If there are any errors, that may be human errors or other errors, possible errors, those must be reduced. So once errors are reduced, a process is said to be improved. And third one is being meet or exceed the expectations of customer. It is very important and crucial also. The process should be in such a way that either it should be meeting the expectations or exceeding the expectations of the customer. That means pleasing a customer, making a customer happy, it is more important. If the process is able to do that, definitely the process is improved, we say. And the fourth one is being make the process safer. The process should not be hazardous. The process should not include some events which is more dangerous to perform. That kind of process is said to be like a failed process. If the hazards or dangers with a particular process are being eliminated, and if the process is made safer, then we say that the process has been improved or is being improved. Okay, the process should be safer if it has to be called as a improved process. And the last one is being make the process more satisfying for the people doing it. Very important, this is also for the people who are working on it, that is the working force, we call them. Okay, the working force are yeah, the operating force must be satisfied with the process what they are doing, right? The process should not be tedious, the process should not be complex, the process should not be uh, having much ideas or not ideas, procedures which will make the workers who are working on them not satisfied or not happy. Okay, if a process is being made in the 5 ways what is been enumerated here, definitely we can say that the process is improved. Next we have got before to this that is, these are all the improvement strategies we have got. Before to this, let us